We've got our CougarBoard question of the week. You ready? This is, if you're not familiar with CougarBoard, it's the largest online community of BYU fans. Thousands of posts daily. Wise Guys is on there all the time. There's our pictures. I might put the Jet shirt. They're trying to get Zach to start again this week.
Yeah, I just saw
so
that.
So I might wear my Jet shirt again. I'm not sure.
If Zach starts again, I'm back on board. But I still think they're the worst organization in all of professional sports.
Some New Yorkers were tweeting what the hang-up was, and I answered, and I said, you know what? I think it's his life insurance company isn't going to cover him if he goes back out there due to that offensive line. All right, here's the question from the CougarBoard insider, Dilbert. What do you think were the main underlying issues that kept the offense from working very well this year? How fixable do you think those issues are this coming offseason?
Yeah, believe me, there were multi-factor, it's multifactorial. So one of them is what we just talked about with Dave Nixon there for a bit. So let's start with that. There seemed to be a lot of confusion throughout the entire season on the offensive line. Very few times did we see guys actually line up and block the guy they're supposed to block and get beat. What we saw was hesitation. Am I supposed to go down here or am I supposed to combo to this guy? And then they wouldn't get where they were supposed to be quick enough or didn't take the right step and a guy comes through the gap. Or I step over here and a completely free player comes through. I saw that more this year than I've seen in any year that I can remember at BYU. It's completely unacceptable. And there's two reasons for that. One of them, they have a new line coach that's going to bring more discipline. The other is, they started the season with 3 transfer offensive linemen that have never played in this program, starting for their first year in this offense.
And that seemed to be a thing.
And we were like, at the beginning, we were talking about, these are 3 guys that have started and have been really good. And I'm going to admit, I'm one of the guys that got a little too excited about that. I underestimated how important it is, especially at that position, to grow up guys that have at least been in your program for a year or so, that understand exactly all the calls and all the combos and have played together as a unit, and it really, really hurt. So I think the combination of not holding the guys accountable enough and the lack of experience of playing together hurt BYU. And do I think it's fixable? I absolutely do. Because I think there's enough young linemen in this system, and you can pick up a portal guy, right, or 2. I just don't think you can start 7 first-year guys on offense, no matter how much they've played elsewhere. And a lot of these guys, Aiden Robbins still looks like he's coming back. LJ Martin coming back. You've got some of the quarterbacks coming back. You got a whole group of wide receivers coming back. You have some young tight ends, and they may look for a tight end in the portal, but you got some young tight ends that have been growing up in the program that are coming back. So it will be a much more veteran offense. I think the accountability level on the offensive line will be better. And if you get Aiden Robbins back and he's 100% healthy all year long, that's the third factor. Yeah. Broke his ribs, tried to play with it. Hard to play hard when you can't breathe and when it really hurts.
That seems to be a key.
And look at Aiden Robbins the last couple of games of the season when he was, for the first time all season, 100% healthy. He was a beast.
Oh, yeah, and how about running him downhill?
Yeah. And
just a suggestion.
So all of those things can be fixed. I also think somebody like Jeff Grimes comes in and says, hey, if I'm the run game coordinator, Aaron, this is the run scheme that fits this running back and these offensive linemen best, which we felt all year long, man, they run downhill a little bit more. And we saw at the end of the year when they did that, Aiden Robbins was at his best. So I have a resounding yes, it can be fixed.
All right.
I think this offense makes a bounce back this year. I think starting 7 new players wasn't a great idea. And I'm going to admit, I thought it was fine. And as the season played out, I'm like, you know what? I was wrong. You can't have that many new guys.
Yeah, we were all wrong on that. There's the CougarBoard question of the week.